Hello, friends. How are you today? Oh my goodness, please excuse the lighting. This is the best that I can do. I don't know what goes on. Anyway, I wanted to come to you today with a light work news update. Are you excited? I am very excited to be able to bring to you some light work content, some actually good news. And this is crazy. This is news about the local government of this state of California. Can you believe it? There's actually good news. Okay, so, as you know, if you have been following along here, I am not a huge fan of most government entities as they are quite evil and greedy and liars and cheaters. However, the state of California has one thing going for it, and it is the thing that it has going for it is that it is a very progressive state. If there is an initiative that is put into place that is meant to help the people, that can improve the quality of life for the citizens, despite what California participates in, they will more often than not accept that initiative as even just a trial run and give it a chance. I love that about this state. It is just so great to see that somebody, especially one of the biggest states, is it the biggest state in the union, being this progressive? And they have done something that is so exciting to me. I can't even freaking believe it. I think this is low-key revolutionary. I don't know why this hasn't made more news. This should be a national news story. Forget all the rest of this stuff. This is the most important thing that's been going on, in my opinion, just because this is something that has been this is a career that is very, very old career. And for them to get a revolution like this is just so cool. There is a woman that I'll tell you a little story. There's a woman that I speak to in the mornings when she's getting dressed, and she's a woman who also lives in her car, and she works as a mail carrier. She works full-time overtime, and she still lives in her car in the state of California. Now that is a problem. That is a problem. And I think because they know that that's a problem, that's why California is always very open to these initiatives to help out the citizens. This one is about mail carriers. She told me that tomorrow she is going to be training on the new electric delivery vehicles. That means that these vehicles now have air conditioning and heat. Can you believe this for mail carriers? Now, you've seen mail trucks, right? They're just very rudimentary, and half the time they're not supposed to, but they leave the door open so they can hop in and out very quickly, and they also leave the door open because it's so hot. These people have air and heat in their cars now. Can you imagine being a mail carrier maybe for the last 20 years or 30 years, and you finally get your route with a freaking air conditioning? Now, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, Utah, places like New Mexico, get on it. I don't know. I didn't look up enough. I should have looked this up before I made this video. I will look it up and put an annotation about any other states that have this initiative. Any desert southwestern state, any place that gets too hot or gets too cold, you've got to do this. I'm not a huge fan of electric cars. I think Elon Musk is a complete... Oh, I'm so sorry. I think Elon Musk is a jerk. I'm going to cut that. I called him a bad name. I'm going to cut that out, but I'm not going to cut this part out because he is what I said. I just don't want to ruin the whole video with that. But I love the idea that these people now have a temperature-controlled environment. To me, this is revolutionary. Mail carriers are some of the most important workers on the planet. Do you know what I mean? And the job that they do is not easy. There's a high pressure, there's a high stress, and it's very, very taxing on the system. And a lot of these people love it. They do it because it's so much fun. They love this. And the one thing that they've always complained about, my cousin is a mail carrier in Nevada, in Las Vegas, Nevada. So you know how hot it gets. And the only thing, like, he loves his job. He loves to work. And the only thing he ever complains about is how hot it gets. And even then, they're like, well, we'll just throw the door open. They're so, like, adaptable, and they have such a great, what's the word? They have such a great spirit about them, these mail carriers. It is just so cool to see them get that kind of upgrade. I mean, imagine having been a mail carrier from back in the day and thinking, like, in the future, you could get your truck and a truck could have heat and air in it. I just love that for them. I love that for the industry. I love that for California. Everybody needs to be this progressive. I appreciate California for setting the trend and for trying things like this out. And this world is a very dark place, and the government and all of that is a very, very dark place as well. But it is very important that we acknowledge the little points of light, because they really are important, and they are what will break through that darkness and make the whole world a better place. Yay! Okay, light work. Love you. Of course, I have to cut it off now because the camera, I only have 5 minutes. Okay, and I'm not coming back this time. But I will come back, which is a different story. Okay, love you.